Now, why was Isaiah 9, 6 and 7 important? Well, it's important because we see in there the promise of a son who is called, where the government shall be upon his shoulders, which we saw when Jesus Christ was on earth. The entire government was on his shoulders, from the Pharisees to Pilate. So you had the church as well as you had the civil government that was upon his shoulders. And in that we find him being the Prince of Peace. Right now, the most important thing that I wanted to highlight there was number 7, of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. And upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it, to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth forever and ever. And we see that sort of resemblance when we read Revelations 22:16. And I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root of the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. So we see a resemblance there, that Christ came from the lineage of David. We see that in Matthew when we look at the genealogy of Jesus Christ, that he came from the lineage of David. And as we read in Isaiah 9:7, that his throne, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish with judgment and with justice from henceforth even forever. His government and his peace there shall be no end, because Christ is the ultimate King of kings and Lord of lords in this earth and in heaven. When we go to the New Jerusalem, Christ will be our King. Christ will be our Prince of Peace, our everlasting Father, our mighty God, because in Christ is the image of the invisible God, the perfect image of the invisible God. And when we beheld Christ, we beheld the Father, just as Jesus said to Philip when Philip asked him, how do we see the Father? And he says, Christ says to him, I've been with you so long, yet you ask me, have I seen the Father? But if you see me, you see the Father. So that's what Jesus says. So Jesus was the perfect image of God, of the Father, when he was on earth, and he will be the perfect image of God when we are in heaven as well. So therefore, that is why in Revelations 22 and in Isaiah 9, we see that his government, the increase of his government and peace, there shall be no end. And we also read in Hebrews 1:8, but unto the Son he said, thy throne, O God, is forever and ever. A scepter of righteousness is the scepter of thy kingdom. The scepter that was of righteousness from Jesus Christ is the scepter of his kingdom, and his throne shall be forever and ever. So we see that comparison between Isaiah, Revelation, and Hebrews.